We've got the Chamber of Commerce's energy president, Karen Harbert here, says that this border tax stuff and all the other stuff that comes in the way of getting the healthcare thing through, to getting the, all this lineup of events that have to happen based on a lot of these other things happening, including that border tax, because presumably it's going to pay for a lot of the things the president wants to do. But a lot of different opinions on that. Karen, very good to have you. Where does this stand right now? I don't see, and I might be missing them, that the appetite is there, or the votes are there. But maybe I'm missing something.
Sure.
Where do you see this going, and how does the chamber feel about it?
Sure. Well, the oil and gas, it's great to be with you. The oil and gas industry and the utility industry have some of the highest corporate effective tax rates in the country. So they are full-throated supporters of corporate tax reform and bring down their rates so they can be more competitive. In exchange for that, the border adjustment tax, just like the broader business community, some fare better than others. If you're a producer of domestic oil and gas and you don't import much to help you do that, you fare a little bit better than, say, maybe a refiner who imports a lot of oil from overseas and wouldn't fare as well. So it's complex, it's different. They're analyzing their exposure. But the other component of this is Canada, right? We still import a lot of oil and electricity from Canada, and those products would likely become a little bit more expensive here. So there's a consumer aspect to this, too.
All right, and certainly don't the nation's retailers know that, who've also been complaining about this, that their customers are going to pay for this. They're not going to be too happy about this, and it's going to hurt them and their bottom line. Leaving that aside, though, let's start handicapping how likely it is. I don't see the votes there, but I could be missing something. What do you say?
Well, I think from the business community and from the voters' perspective, everybody knows that we need to do something about taxes. We're uncompetitive around the world.
Right.
It's what do we need to trade for that? And if we go this route and it grows the economy and the dollar is stronger and everybody buys more and imports are cheaper, that's great. Then we've scored a home run. But what everybody's looking at is, what if that doesn't all line up that way, and the economy doesn't grow, and the dollar doesn't remain strong, and currencies around the world change a little bit? So it's really hard to figure out exactly what's going to happen company by company. But even within industries, they differ. On the vote side of things, everybody wants to be able to be seen as bringing down taxes. It's what you trade for it is what makes it complicated.
The one final argument on this, I'll leave it with you, I'd just be curious what you think, is that net taxes go down to the degree we're told that they're likely to go down, a top rate from 40% or so down to 33%, corporate taxes virtually cut in half to 20%. You do that, then even the worst retailer, the worst importer will be okay with that because they'll come out way ahead. Do you buy that?
Well, that's the theory, and that's one of the problems with this, is we're operating a lot of theory and a lot of assumptions. What happens if we have, China humming again, or what happens if there's economic collapse in another part of the world? So, it is a risky bet, but we've got to do something. And so at least we've got a blueprint on the table to start discussing, start debate. It's not going to be easy. It took Ronald Reagan a long time. It's going to take President Trump a long time. But at least all the players are talking about how we have to do this if we want to compete effectively.
All right. Karen, thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.